Hey Charcy, I was making this video to help you learn how to make a chord. Because once you know chords and once you know the structure of a chord, you can play pretty much any song. Now there are some complicated songs, but most songs, like anything you hear at church on the radio, can be played if you know how to do a chord. So you already know this, but you know C, if you have these black keys, you got sets of 3s and sets of 2s. If you find a set of 2 and go to the white key to the right, that is a C. C, D, E, F, G, A. When you get to A, you start back over. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, you know, however you want to think about it. You can think about starting at C and going up the alphabet till you get to G, because the music alphabet only goes A through G, and then starts back over at A. Or if you want to start by finding A, you've got a set of black keys that are 3. You take the middle black key and go one white key to the right, and that's your A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And so on and so forth. But I feel like you already know that part. I was just covering it just in case. So, we're going to talk about half steps, which is crucial to understanding the chord. So, a piano is separated by half steps. So if we're on C, going a half step up would be this black key. Another half step, another half step, another half step, and one more half step. So on and so forth. Sorry, let me start here. So on and so forth. The whole piano is made up of half steps. Normally it would be white, black, white, black, white, black, white. But whenever you get to where there's no black, you just go to the next white. It's still a half step. The reason I'm telling you that the piano, all the keys are separated by half steps, is because it's going to help you figure out how to make a chord. Because a chord is made up of sets of half steps. If you have a pencil or a pen, this would be the time to write it down. It's not a lot and it's not very complicated. It's just easy if you write it down. Maybe I can write it down too so you can understand it better. Let me go grab a pencil real quick, or a pen. Hang on. Yeah, I had cereal this morning, as you can tell. So, in order to make chords are broken into two kinds of chords. There are major chords and there are minor chords. Major chords sound happy. They sound happy. They sound complete. Minor chords, however, are the sadder, darker chords. Oops, sorry, I don't know why my piano's being weird. They sound kind of sad. If you can hear the difference between C major, happy, or C minor, sad. Major and minor chords are what make up almost every song ever. So in a key, like if you're playing in C, you're going to alternate between major and minor chords. But you don't need to know all of that just to play chords. But just know there are major and minor. So, a major chord is going to be made up of 4 half steps, which I'm going to call HS's, and 3 half steps. What that means is, let's say you want to know how to play C major. You find C, you go up 4 half steps, so you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got C, you just traveled up 4 half steps. Now you're going to travel up 3 more to get the last part of your chord, because a chord is made up of 3 notes. So 1, 2, 3 half steps. That's where your third finger is going to go. I'm going to do that one more time because I know that went by kind of fast. So again, a chord is made up of multiple notes at the same time, usually 3. So if I wanted to make C major, I find C, I count up 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where my second finger is going to go. Then 3 more half steps for my last finger. 1, 2, 3. Now note, when you're counting half steps, you don't start, like if I'm doing a C major chord, I don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. That wouldn't be right. It's 1 half step past that note, if that makes sense. So if this is C, my first half step is going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3. The only difference between a major and a minor chord is the order. So this time you're going to have 3 half steps first, and then 4 half steps. So if I was going to play C minor, I would travel up 3 half steps first for my second note. So I'm on C, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to travel 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all there is to chords. If it's major, it's going to be 4 half steps plus 3. Or if it's minor, it's going to be 3 half steps plus 4 half steps. Now, this may seem confusing, but let's say you go and you type in the song You Are My Sunshine chords. You may see something like a C, and then a G, or sorry, a C, and then an F, and then a G. Whenever you see just the letter, that always means major. So if you see just a C, that's going to mean it's a major chord. However, if you were to see C with a little M, that's going to mean a minor chord. So unless you see that little M, it's going to be major. So for example, if you saw C, F, and G, now this will take some time to get fluidity with it, but once you practice it, it's not that hard. So I know my C major chord. Now I'm going to go up to my F major chord, G major, and down to C again. I just did a song. I can make a whole song off of that. Sorry. So, once you know how to make a chord, you know how to play pretty much any song ever, really. It sounds crazy, but that's what all the songs are. You just pick chords and you write things to go with it. It's going to take you a lot of practice to, become familiar with the chords, but now I've played so many chords for so long that I don't even have to think about it. But at first, you're going to have to count out, like, this is my C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Or if I want A minor, find A, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all there is to chords. So I thought I would make this video for you to be helpful, because once you can learn chords, it opens the world to a lot of piano playing. And it's, once you learn how to play chords, you can start out just hitting the chords, and that can be really hard to start out with. But then when you start playing more comfortably, you can start doing something called arpeggiating, where you play different notes of the chords at different times. Sorry, it's hard to do it when I'm not really looking. I'm just playing chords, I'm just hitting the notes at different times. And then C again. And that's how you play a song. So, again, chords, major, 4 half steps plus 3 half steps, and then minor, 3 half steps plus 4 half steps. And yes, my voice is gone, but I thought I would make this, sorry, sorry, to be helpful. Okay, hope that helped.